Good morning. It's the third of these video devotionals I'll be doing during my sabbatical, and today it's on Psalm 16. This psalm is really close to my heart. It has not always been one of my favorite psalms, but it is now one of my favorite psalms, and it's actually a prayer that I pray almost every day. I found myself praying it over the last 2 or 3 years during much of the turmoil. I just felt like it just so captured what I wanted to put before my mind as I started every day. And so I want to share it with you today and encourage you. I think I've encouraged you before in different contexts that if not this one, these ancient prayers are for us to pray and to meditate on, to think deeply about. And sometimes we get into our Bible reading and we want to read through our 3 or 4 chapters, but sometimes we just slow down and maybe for a long season read one psalm until we can really feel it in our bones. And this is one of those for me. So let me now kind of read it for you. Keep me safe, O God, for in you I take refuge. I say to my Lord, you are my Lord. Apart from you, I have no good thing. I say of the holy ones who are in the land, you are the noble ones in whom is all my delight. Those who run after other gods will suffer more and more. I will not pour out libations of blood to such gods or take up their names on my lips. You alone, Lord, are my portion and my cup. You make my lot secure. The boundary lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. Surely I have a delightful inheritance. Now I could go on to quote the rest of it because now I know it by heart, but it is for me just such a winsome reminder. In the midst of trouble, God becomes our refuge, our hiding place. We turn to God. These are the clefts that Israel would climb up to when there was an attack, and it would be resourced. From those high places they felt safe. And so the Lord is our safe place. We take refuge in Him. We delight in those who walk with us on this journey, the holy ones. Those who run after other gods, we won't go where they go, and we won't take up the names of those cultural gods on our lips. We won't honor them. We'll choose to follow God's path. And then we'll say to ourselves, you alone, Lord, are my portion and my cup. You are what I have, and what I have is plenty. I am resourced by God. It's my portion, my cup. You, Lord, make my lot secure. The boundary lines for me are drawn in pleasant places. So the life I have is a gift from you. Surely I have a delightful inheritance. So every day I want to put before my mind, in the midst of trouble, God is my refuge. In the midst of a culture, I will not run after cultural gods. I will always remind myself of the goodness of God, the provision of God, the protection of God, the way that God resources me, and I will learn to be content in the life that He actually gives me. I will conclude the boundary lines that you have drawn for me fall in pleasant places, and I have a delightful inheritance. I pray this is a psalm that ministers to you. It's something maybe you can even pray today as a gift from God. Grace and peace to you.